If you're struggling using all-in-one paint, and especially the color Cashmere, and it will help anyone who is painting anything learn how to paint and exactly what it takes on your end. So let's get started. As you know, if you're a painter or if you've never painted anything, white is always going to produce a number of struggles for anyone. Getting out our surface prep wipes is how to get started right here. I'm going to remove oils and grease. Get off everything. Stir your paint well, always very important. Using our Syntec brush, this is a great tool simply because it has a lot of bristles and they're fairly firm. They're a Syntec fiber. I always recommend using a high quality brush. The main thing that's the most important here, dipping in your brush, you don't want to over dip your brush. You're about a third of the way up on the bristles of the brush. Slightly offload, meaning slightly rub this along the side of the can. 1 or 2 passes is enough. And then once you go to your door, you've got a fully loaded brush. Notice it's not stringing paint. That's the reason you're going to offload. What I want you to pay most attention to is how many times I'm actually brushing through the paint before I return back and dip. How many times that I'm actually getting to brush this paint before it's time to put more paint on the brush. That's 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, ready to go back into the paint again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Because this is the brush and the roll technique, after you've got this much paint on the door, take this dry roller. Dry is the key. You're going to roll through this paint. Now, why are we doing that? We're doing that simply to move the paint around and reduce these light and dark stripes in the paint. Notice I'm going every direction. Doesn't really matter. I'm putting very, very, very light pressure on this. I'm not trying to roll the paint that's on here out. I'm really just trying to softly remove all of those bands and lines that the brush created. This is the coat we call the ugly coat, but you can already see great coverage right here. So when you see people say they're struggling, they put on 4 and 5 coats of cashmere, they're simply just dry brushing. When you feel the brush have some resistance, that means it needs more paint. So no primer is needed if you know how to do just what I just shared with you there, using that brush, using that dry roller to minimize these streaks and stripes that you create using any type of a brush, putting on enough paint, using a high quality brush that has some ability to carry a load of paint.